ever had the chance to work with. This is a really important and exciting campaign, and I know that it's taken a massive amount of work, and there's loads of work that's still to be done. But on behalf of Faculty for Palestine, I want to send out a huge thank you and congratulations to the SAIAs for getting this campaign started. Okay, so over the past few weeks, a few of us in Faculty for Palestine have been collecting faculty signatures on the divestment petition, and we've been really thrilled to see the kind of support that's already forming. And don't worry, I'm not going to talk very long about this, but I'll probably just like a couple more minutes to give you a sense of kind of what the support looks like, rather than just writing off a number and leave it at that, to try to give you a sense of sort of who's signing this from where and that kind of thing. So for starters, after only a few short weeks of gathering names, already more than 100 faculty have signed their names to this petition. And more importantly, more than half of these signatures have come from faculty at York and the University of Toronto, so the two campuses that are participating in this divestment campaign. So that's really fantastic to see this kind of support so early. At the same time, I think it's also important to note then that the other half of the signatures that are on the petition reflect faculty support from more than 21 different universities in 6 provinces across Canada. So the point that I'm making here is that clearly there's support both here in Toronto and across the country. But as I was going over and looking at the names of faculty who signed on, I mean, in addition to just sort of counting it up like this, there was a couple of things that stuck out to me that kind of reflect the diversity, the rich diversity of signatories that I just wanted to say a thing or two about. So for example, listen just for a moment to the rich diversity of academic departments and programs reflected in the list. So it's not just political scientists and sociologists who have signed on, although there's certainly lots of those folks, which is great, but people from an extremely wide variety of academic fields. So there are signers from women and gender studies, art, education, mathematics, Near and Middle Eastern civilizations, law, religion and culture, journalism, philosophy, business, geography, kinesiology and health studies, anthropology, international relations, Islamic studies, English, French, labor studies. It goes on and on. My personal favorite, because I'm actually in the humanities, so anything that sounds at all scientific-like really dazzles me. And so someone has signed from the Department of Epidemiology, Biostatistics, and Occupational Health. Can't even imagine what goes on in there, but that is wonderful news. So as I say, people from all across the universities are signing on. There are faculty at all different stages of their career, from people just starting out, to faculty who actually retired from full-time teaching but hold emeritus appointments at their institution, and everything in between. The list includes department chairs, contract faculty, and there is at least one Canada Research Chair in the mix. And the petition has also been signed by all of the presenters who are presenting at IAW in Toronto this year. So Judy Rebick, Abby Backen, Judith Butler, Paul Kellogg and John Greyson, Riham Barghouti, and Ali Abanima. So in addition to this sort of rich mixture of individuals who have signed the petition, there's also 4 faculty organizations from different parts of the world that have also signed on to the campaign. And I want to just call this out for a moment because I think it's important to help demonstrate how what's going on here in Toronto links up with and is a key part of a global BDS movement. So the 4 faculty organizations, all of which have taken a BDS position, are Faculty for Palestine here in Canada, BRECUP, which stands for the British Committee for the Universities of Palestine, the Palestine Solidarity Campaign based in South Africa, as well as US ACBI, which is the US campaign for the academic and cultural boycott of Israel. Finally, there are 3 individual signers from outside Canada that I also wanted to note, and they are Omar Barghouti, who is a founding member of the Global BDS Campaign and PACBI, the award-winning British filmmaker Ken Loach, and Salim Fowley, who is a senior lecturer at the University of Johannesburg and also a founding member of Faculty for Palestine when he was here on a research or a visiting term. So in closing then, in addition to encouraging you here tonight to add your name to the petition, I also want to say that Faculty for Palestine is now moving out and seeking support from within our broader supporters within the network inside Canada, as well as helping to take this campaign into the growing global movement for the academic boycott of Israel. So again, a huge thank you and congratulations to the SAIAs and IAW Toronto, and we at Faculty for Palestine are looking forward to working together on the movement to end Israeli apartheid.
Thank you very much, James. And just, I promise we'll move to question and answers after this, but we now just have a very exciting screening debut at York of our divestment trailer.
In the 1980s, Toronto's largest universities, the University of Toronto and York University, both heeded the international call for solidarity and the demands of their students, faculty, and staff by divesting from South African apartheid. Years later, our universities are being asked to denounce apartheid once again and to join in solidarity with the Palestinian people by respecting their 2005 call for boycotts, divestments, and sanctions. Will our campuses once again be on the right side of history? Both York and U of T are complicit in the oppression of Palestinian people through their investments in companies that profit from apartheid. These companies produce integral parts for F-16 fighter aircrafts, Hellfire missiles, and Apache helicopters, all of which were essential weaponry in the 2008-2009 Israeli assault on Gaza, for which Israel has been accused of committing war crimes and targeting civilians. They support the collective punishment of Palestinians by providing the IT infrastructure and checkpoint technology used to maintain the siege on Gaza and the occupation of the West Bank. In response to our university's explicit support of human rights violations, Students Against Israeli Apartheid is launching a divestment campaign calling on York and U of T to divest from and refuse to reinvest in BAE Systems, Northrop Grumman, Hewlett-Packard, and Lockheed Martin. Refrain from investing in all companies involved in violations of international law. Work with students, faculty, and staff to undergo a democratic and transparent process to ensure accountability to principles of social and environmental justice. Join the growing movement seeking justice and equality for the Palestinian people and an end to Israeli apartheid. Visit our website for more information.
All night, phase 2, rocket tip the Gaza strip of phosphorus. Phase 3, ground attack, how we gonna counteract? Boycott, divest, and sanction. Boycott, divest, and sanction. Boycott, divest, and sanction. Israel, you should be ashamed. Killing me, thousands of civilians in our name. Can you hear the terrorists with children in your aim? Even murder relief workers what's spilling from their brain while they try to drive that.
Amen to that. Boycott, divestment, and sanction. We have some York endorsers of the BDS community right now for asking of IAW, Center for Women and Trans People, YE Free Press, OPERD, your United Black Student Alliance, CHRY, Tamil Student Association, United South Asians at York, and Grad Student Association. So we'd like to take a moment to recognize those. And just a couple of announcements before we go into Q&A. We would like to thank all the volunteers who made this night possible and our endorsers. And there should be a donation box somewhere going around. So if you kindly donate, there's a lot of events that we are planning and we're trying to hold, and your donations would be appreciated greatly. There's also a sign-up sheet going around. Please sign up to get further updates about IAW and what's going on here at York and in Toronto. And don't forget to visit our IAW website and newly launched SAIA website, www.toronto.saia.ca. Don't mind that.
Okay, so we have about 20 minutes for questions right now. And before we begin, I'm just going to reiterate a couple of our ground rules.